In the previous clip, we have implemented the message dialog service to show a message box. As the friend-edit view model does not know of the message box at all, we can just swap it out and use a custom dialog. And to do this, we only have to adjust the message dialog service. Here in the friend storage application, I have added this custom yes/no dialog to the friend storage UI project. When I double-click that dialog, you see it looks like a message box with the buttons yes and no. When I look into the SAML file, you see that I've just defined a text block to display the message. That text block has the name text block. And I have two buttons, yes and no, and I have event handlers for these two buttons. The rest in this SAML file is a bit of styling and a bit of layout. When we look at the code behind file, you see that the constructor of this yes/no dialog takes a title and a message. The title is assigned to the title property that is inherited from the window class. The message is assigned to the text property of the text block. Then we have here the two event handlers for the buttons. The event handler for the yes button sets the dialog result to true. The other event handler for the no button sets the dialog result to false. Okay, so that's it. Now to use this custom dialog, we can just go to our message dialog service and remove the message box here. Instead of using the message box, I just create a new yes/no dialog with the title and the message. On the yes/no dialog, I want to set the Windows Startup Location property to Center Owner, and I also set the owner property to the main window of the application. After I've created the dialog, I just call the showDialog method. As you can see, this method returns a nullable bool. So I call the getValue or default method, which will create the value false if showDialog returns null. Okay, then we have a boolean, and if the result is true, we return yes, and else we return no. Alright, so we have integrated our custom yes/no dialog. Now let's try it in the application. Let's open up a friend and let's click the delete button. Here we go. Here we have our custom dialog that matches the design of the friend storage application. I can click no and the friend stays, and I can click yes and the friend is deleted. Alright, cool. So now with this dialog that is displayed when the user deletes a friend, we are done with the friend storage application. You have seen how we used test-driven development to build the view models of this application. Now let's wrap up the main points of developing your view models in a test-driven way. In this course, we have built the view models of the friend storage application in a test-driven way. You have learned about writing unit tests with XUnit and about mocking dependencies with the mock library. You have also learned that writing testable view models means abstracting away dependencies. For your dependencies, you create interfaces that you use for the constructor parameters of your view model. Then you can inject mock objects in your unit tests, and you can inject the real implementations when you run the application. Injecting the dependencies leads to a big advantage when you do test-driven development. With the unit tests that you have written, you can implement your logic without having an implementation of the dependencies. All you need are the interfaces that you use for your view models constructor. but you don't need an implementation of these interfaces, because you can just mock them in your unit test. Okay, we have written a lot of unit tests for the Friend Storage application. You should never forget that code without tests is bad code, as you learned at the beginning of this course. Now, which courses could you watch next? There is a WPF and MVVM Advanced Model Treatment course in the Pluralsight library. In this course, you learn how to create wrapper classes for your models in a test-driven way. These wrapper classes are used for change notification, change tracking, and validation. So when you think about our Friend Storage application, the validation part is still missing. You can create a friend without first name and without last name. In this WPF and MVVM Advanced Model Treatment course, you learn, beside many other things, how to implement such a validation and how to display the errors to the user. In this course, we have used the mock library to mock the dependencies in our unit tests. In the Pluralsight library, you find a course that is called Mocking with Mock. In this course, you will learn more about the mock library and its features. Then when you search Pluralsight for unit testing, you will find several courses about unit testing and also about more advanced scenarios. Okay, that's it. I hope you enjoyed to watch this course. My name is Thomas Claudius Huber. Thanks a lot for watching.